This video series has been developed to support educators in developing their understanding of inquiry-based learning in health and physical education and the benefits it provides to students. Inquiry-based learning is grounded in the curriculum, provides the opportunity to extend learning, is recursive, involves the student in the construction of knowledge, involves higher-order thinking skills, and begins with student questions or wonderings. Educators can approach inquiry from multiple entry points. They may use a structured inquiry to focus on one component of the process, or an open inquiry in which students drive each component of the inquiry process. During the gather and organize phase, students collect, organize, and record relevant data, evidence, and information from appropriate primary or secondary sources. They focus and clarify ideas, concepts, strategies, or relationships between topics or skills. Students engaged in inquiry-based learning develop higher-order thinking skills, such as analyzing, synthesizing, evaluating, and reflecting, and they become more independent as they take responsibility for their own learning. As students pose their own questions, their curiosity is piqued, and as a result, they are more engaged in the learning process. Throughout the inquiry process, students also learn and practice collaboration and communication skills. These educators explain how their students gather and organize information and the benefits of this type of learning.
They really have to find out how they can gather material since there's so much information available to them and understand what a credible source is, what's reliable, what's current, and what they can use. Once they get that information, I find one of the hardest things for the kids is to organize it in such a way that it makes sense to them. If we can get them to that stage, they have a better chance to analyze it, interpret it, and really draw their own conclusion from it.
Demander aux élèves de faire leur propre recherche et leur propre analyse pour être capable de découvrir les notions qu'on doit passer dans le curriculum. Mais si ça vient d'eux, le montant d'intérêt va être un peu plus haut.
It's a good way for the kids to write down that data or the information that they've collected so they can come back at a later time and actually reflect on the work that they've already done. It just helps with more critical reflection down the road if they have that in an easy-to-read format that they can access at a later date.
Donc, l'idée, c'est juste de la différenciation. Donc, aider les élèves d'avoir différentes façons de présenter les informations. Donc, soit par journal de bord, soit par présentation orale, soit en faisant des recherches, juste de leur donner plusieurs occasions à faire leur enquête.
Let's see the gather and organize component in action. Here we see students in a grade 11 Healthy Living and Personal and Fitness Activities class, PAF, gathering fitness data through a series of assessments and determining what their starting weights are on machines, free weights, and cardio, recording personal data on their fitness log. Let's see another example of the gather and organize component in action. Here we see students in a grade 10 Hale class, gathering and organizing what they already know about a variety of health concepts from the secondary Healthy Living strand. Students complete a gallery walk of topics from the curriculum and identify what they know about the concept, what they want to know more about the concept, and what they wonder about the concept.
I know that there's like a difference between pushing hard and pushing too hard.
Yeah.
So you want to push past your limits, but you don't want to push too far past because you don't want to get an injury.
Here's one last example of the gather and organize component in action. Here we see students in grade 6 gathering information on sending a ball over a net using a forearm pass.
Gardez les yeux sur le ballon tout au long du mouvement.
While working with a partner, students are referring to the success criteria co-constructed at the start of the lesson to gather information about what makes a good pass and then put this into action. The IBL model gives permission for students to explore the learning on their own, based on their individual needs and learning style. For more information on inquiry-based learning and supporting students in developing their gathering and organizing skills, refer to teachingtools.ophia.net to access Ophia's inquiry-based learning in Health and Physical Education Guide. And be sure to take a look at our other video on inquiry-based learning in action.